Good evening, friends. The latest issue that is rising up throughout the country today is about Sri Nammagadda Ramesh Kumar, retired IAS officer. Every day he is in the news. The state government, for one reason or the another, is in the news. What went wrong for Sri Nammagadda Ramesh Kumar? What is the constitutional position that the state is found lacking? What constitutional position the state has failed to follow? Why is that there is a lot of heated discussion going on over this issue? Friends, let me put it in a proper perspective. Sri Nammagadda Ramesh Kumar, as the then State Election Commissioner, has postponed the elections, citing coronavirus as the main reason, which was totally not to the liking of the state government. Immediately, the government went in for appeal over the decision to stay the elections to the Honorable Supreme Court in the month of March. But the Honorable Supreme Court elections and ordered that it is time of coronavirus and elections cannot be held, and it postponed the elections for 4 weeks. That caused rankles of the opposition, that caused rankles to the state government, that raised the hackles of the government of Andhra Pradesh. Government of Andhra Pradesh decided to clip the wings of Sri Ramesh Kumar. With the result, it brought about an ordinance by which the power of the State Election Commissioner was sought to be curtailed by way of ordinance for a period of 3 years. Sri Ramesh Kumar was appointed as a State Election Commissioner on 1st April 2016 for a period of 5 years by the then Governor on the recommendation of the then Chief Minister of the state. Because it is a common knowledge that the Governor appoints a State Election Commissioner on the recommendations of the State Cabinet, basing on which the term of State Election Commissioner Nammagadda Ramesh Kumar ends by 2021 March 31st. Under Article 243K of the Constitution, it is very clearly provided that the tenure of the election commissioner cannot be curtailed to his disadvantage. That means, during his period of 5 years, his term cannot be curtailed by whatever reason. To his disadvantage, the term of the election commissioner cannot be curtailed. But here, by virtue of the ordinance, the state government has curtailed the period of 5 years to 3 years, and by April 10th, since the term of 3 years has ended, the then election commissioner was ordered to be relieved from his job. Immediately thereafter, the State Election Commissioner Ramesh Kumar approached the Honorable High Court of Andhra Pradesh. The High Court of Andhra Pradesh, after a detailed hearing, gave a judgment on 29/5/2020, wherein it held that the dismissal of Ramesh Kumar was not as per the constitutional scheme of things, and it one way or the other upheld the continuance of election commissioner, state election commissioner to the post of SEC, State Election Commissioner. Consequently, the state government, who has appointed another retired judge of High Court, Sri Kanagaraju, by way of an ordinance, was set aside, and Sri Ramesh Kumar was ordered to be reinstated by virtue of the High Court order. In spite of it, the state government went in for appeal to the Supreme Court, but the Honorable Supreme Court refused to pass any interim orders, and then directed it refused to pass any interim order, and it has not given any stay of the orders of the Honorable High Court of Andhra Pradesh. With the result, the orders of the Andhra Pradesh High Court are bound to stay. That means, in other words, since there is no stay of the Honorable Supreme Court orders, the orders of the Honorable High Court are bound to be implemented by the state government. But even then, the state government has not followed the orders of the Honorable High Court. Sri Ramesh Kumar was forced to file a contempt plea before the Honorable High Court of Andhra Pradesh, praying the Honorable High Court to follow the orders of the Honorable High Court by the state government. The Honorable High Court has given a direction, rather an advice, to the State Election Commissioner, saying him to meet the governor, because it is the governor who appoints the State Election Commissioner. Consequently, as per the orders of the Honorable High Court, Ramesh Kumar has met the governor, and the governor has, in a letter to the Chief Secretary of Government of Andhra Pradesh, directed the government to continue with the services of Ramesh Kumar as State Election Commissioner. As things stand thus, the constitutional position is very clear that when the state governor has himself requested the state government to proceed with the appointment of the election commissioner, state election commissioner, and restore him to his position, the government has no other option but to follow the orders of the state governor. This is my view on the subject, and to the best of my opinion and to the best of my knowledge, there is no doubt in my mind that the state government has no other option but to follow the advice of the governor and restore the state election commissioner, the former state election commissioner, back to his position. Suppose some of my friends asked me that suppose the state government refuses to follow the orders of the governor, what does it entail for the government? Remember, friends, it takes us to a grave constitutional crisis in the state if the governor's view is not accepted. Even constitution makers are very clear in their mind that they have brought about Article 355 of the Constitution, which calls upon the center to ensure that the state follow the principles of the Constitution of India. The central government is duty bound to ensure that the state follows the principles of the Constitution of India. Friends, this is my view. If you like the video, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.